A golden retriever named Luna heard a cub's cry coming from the tall grass. It wasn't loud, just a weak, broken sound that made her stop and listen. She ran toward it, pushing through the wet grass until she saw him. A tiny tiger cub lay in the mud, ribs showing, sides rising fast as he tried to breathe. His fur was soaked, his eyes barely open. He tried to growl, but it came out as a small whimper. The dog froze, ears up, tail still. She had never seen a creature like this before. He was wild, but he was scared. Instead of barking, she lay down beside him. Slowly, she pressed her nose against his fur. The cub hissed once, then stopped shaking. He blinked, then curled closer, his tiny body pressing against hers for warmth. That night, under the trees, the tiger cub fell asleep against the golden retriever's fur, safe at last. Days turned into weeks. Luna guarded the cub fiercely, growling at crows, chasing away monkeys that came too close. When he ate, she watched. When he stumbled, she waited. She taught him how to chew by nudging bits of meat toward his mouth, patient even when he made a mess of it. The cub grew fast. He learned to pounce, to chase butterflies, to roll in the dirt. When he tried to roar, it came out like a cough. Luna barked back, tail wagging, and the cub blinked, confused before trying again. The keepers watched from the fence, whispering among themselves. "Look at her," one said. "She's treating him like her puppy." "She has no idea what he'll become," another replied. But Luna didn't care. She only knew the cub was hers now. The keepers named him Raju. Everywhere Luna went, Raju followed, down the narrow paths, through the tall grass, even to the water trough. When she ran, he chased her shadow. When she stopped, he waited at her side. Their bond became the heart of the enclosure, a golden retriever and a growing tiger that no one dared separate. Until one morning, the truck arrived. The men came with ropes and cages. The rumble of the engine broke the quiet air. Luna barked once, confused, tail stiff. She ran in circles around Raju, ears back, eyes wide. The cub pressed close to her chest, trembling. When the men stepped forward, she barked louder, sharp, panicked. She wasn't trying to fight. She didn't understand. The keeper spoke softly, holding poles, nets, ropes. "It's okay, girl," one said. "We're just moving him." She didn't listen. When they threw the net, it landed across both of them. Raju cried out, claws raking the dirt. Luna twisted free and lunged, barking wildly. The sound echoed through the trees, not anger but fear. The men pulled Raju toward the cage. The cub's paws scraped at the ground, trying to reach her. Luna followed, barking furiously at the net, her claws cutting into the earth. Then the door closed with a heavy clang. The engine started. The smell of dust and oil filled the air. Luna ran after the truck until her legs gave out. She stopped where the road turned, barking into the distance until her voice broke. She whimpered once as it drove out of sight. Then the forest fell silent. For the first time since they met, Luna was alone. Time passed. Raju grew fast. His legs thickened. His paws turned heavy and sure. The playful cub who once tumbled through the grass was gone, replaced by a young tiger with eyes that glowed like fire in the dark. He no longer fit through the old door. The trough where he used to splash with Luna now barely reached his knees. When he saw his reflection in the water, he blinked at the stranger staring back. But he never forgot her. The keepers noticed the change. Raju paced the edge of the enclosure every evening, circling the fence until his paws cut trails into the mud. "He doesn't eat unless someone's near," one said. They tried everything. More food, more space, even bringing another tiger close by. But Raju turned away each time, tail flicking, eyes fixed on the forest beyond the walls. When the night fell, he'd stop by the far corner of the fence and stay there until morning. Silent, waiting. Far beyond the compound, Luna had grown older. Her muzzle had turned silver, her steps slower and heavier. She no longer chased birds or barked at strangers. But every evening, she followed the same worn path through the grass to the fence line. It was the place where the wind carried his scent, faint but still there. She'd sit for hours, head tilted toward the forest, tail curled around her paws. The keepers thought she was just resting. But she wasn't. She was listening for something only her heart could still recognize. The sound of a cub's roar, grown deeper, echoing faintly through the distance. One summer night, the guards heard a roar echo across the field. Raju paced along the fence, his tail flicking, his eyes glowing in the dark. He ignored food and water, his chest rising and falling fast. Then the guard saw something moving by the trees. A small golden shape stepped out of the shadows. Luna. Her fur was thin, her walk slow, but she didn't stop. She crossed the grass alone, heading straight toward the fence. The guards shouted, flashlights shaking in their hands. Raju's roar made them fall silent. He ran to the fence and pressed against it, claws curling around the wire. Luna stopped a few feet away and looked up at him. For a long moment, they just stared at each other, the tiger and the dog who once slept side by side. Raju lowered his head, rumbling softly, a sound deep and low. Luna wagged her tail once. "Wait," the head keeper said. He lifted his phone and began to record. Raju reached through the fence with one paw. Luna stepped closer and placed her paw against his. The metal between them rattled. No one spoke. The tiger leaned closer, his nose brushing the wire. Luna pressed her muzzle near his. Then the keeper's camera flashed, a single bright blink of light. In that frozen moment, they were together again. Luna backed away slowly, her body tired but her eyes calm. She turned toward the forest, looked back once and disappeared into the trees. Raju stayed by the fence, watching the place where she had gone. He didn't roar again that night. By morning, the photo had spread across the world. A golden retriever and a tiger, paw to paw through a fence. It appeared on every screen. News anchors called it a reunion beyond instinct. Millions watched the short clip. No one could believe it was real. But inside the sanctuary, Raju didn't know any of that. He was still lying by the fence, calm and silent, the morning light on his fur.